Today, the U.S. and Chile remain in strong relations with one another, sharing similar values such as democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. But this relationship was only created after 17 years of a harsh military regime and the U.S. secretly influencing Chile for their own benefit. In the year 1970, Salvador Allende, a Marxist and member of the Popular Unity Coalition, was elected president. The U.S. feared having a Marxist in power and were threatened by the nationalization of foreign-owned private industry. For example, the Chilean copper industry, which at the time accounted for 21% of the world's copper reserves, were militarily and economically important. The U.S. government immediately started funding Allende's political opposition so they can win in the 1976 election. Henry Kissinger, the national security advisor to President Nixon, said, "I don't see why we need to stand by and watch a country go communist because of the irresponsibility of its own people." As Allende's presidency continued, military officers and citizens against Allende's Popular Unity government began plotting for a military coup d'etat, with CIA encouraging the idea. Then, on September 11, 1973, General Augusto Pinochet violently overthrew President Allende, marking the beginning of 17 years of military rule in Chile. On the morning of that day, armed forces under Pinochet mounted an assault on the Palace La Moneda, where Allende was staying. After he refused to surrender, they infiltrated the building and found he had committed suicide. Under General Pinochet's rule, hundreds of supporters of Allende were arrested and imprisoned, as well as other leftist political parties and anyone who seemed to be affiliated with them. For 17 years, human rights abuse continued, while the U.S. received exactly what they wanted. It was only until March 11, 1990 that a Christian Democrat took office, ending the authoritarian rule.